Here's a way to brighten your day. It's a Top That Trade Day. Joining us now, Phil Flynn, a Fox Business Network contributor, and Alan Nuckman, an options trading pro. Here we go, guys. A few rounds in our game. Top That Trade. Round one, Dow done. What are your thoughts on the market action now that tax reform has passed a major hurdle?
They're talking the next leg up, 30,000 in the Dow. Now, let's do the math on it. We're up about 24% so far this year.
Okay.
If you're up another 24%, that brings you to 30,000. So it's definitely not over yet.
29.99. Everybody's talking 30,000. Usually
you're going to go
up there, 1 point below, and then it'll fall back down. But yeah, the stock market looks great. The tax cuts are great for this country. It's great for the average American. I know everybody has their pet situation that they don't like about the tax cut, but overall for the market, it's a great thing.
Okay, so what's driven the Dow this year? Boeing's up 55%, and it's a big stock. It's a $270 stock making new highs.
So you're saying Boeing was flying?
Boeing was flying high.
Okay.
Now, so what's going to happen next year? This is my prediction.
His prediction
is Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs is unchanged so far this year, and it's a $249 stock. So if that gets rolling, guess what? They're up and away in the Dow.
Let's roll along to round number two, golden support. Using the Fibonacci rule and ratio, is GE now a buy?
GE, it looks like a really good buy, technically, fundamentally, but tell them who Fibonacci is.
So he's a mathematician, and he does retracement numbers that everybody follows.
Everybody.
So the first retracement was 50%. We blew through that. But 62% of this last leg from the 2008 lows to the 2000 highs,
which was like $5 a share in 2008, right?
So then we'll be looking at $17. So $17 is a support level to look at. But more important than Fibonacci, because
getting rid of Jeff Immelt, that is more important.
More important to me was I saw bullish divergence. We made new lows, but we didn't make new highs in volatility. That's a sign that the sellers have exhausted themselves. I'm looking at some January 2019 call options on this. You know, I think over time, there's more upside than downside.
In other words, the bad news is really priced in. They are restructuring. All the bad laundry's out of the way, and you have a lot of upside in a growing economy.
Year to date, and down 17% in October alone. So it's time for a bounce.
And if GE can't do good in this market environment, they'll never do good ever again.
You're feisty today, Phil. Let's take a look at round number three, large cap collapse. Pick a stock that you like that analysts predict among the blue chips that's likely to rise 25%.
Now, last year when we did this, there were 17 names on the list, and out of that, 8 of them are negative on the year, and 11 of them performed less than the S&P. So what that tells me is analyst buy ratings may be a little bit late to the party. By the time everybody agrees to buy something, I don't know if that's the best time.
I think that's a very good point, because a lot of times you price in the news. We talked about it with GE. We talked about the bad news and stuff.
Right. But if you're selling now in GE, that doesn't make sense. Just like buying some of these now may not make sense either.
But if we were to pick one that I liked out of this list, and it was a huge list, was Newell Brands. Newell Brands.
Oh, okay.
This was on the list. Very interesting. It's a consumer stock, but it's even more than that. They own a lot of different consumer products, and the consumer confidence is the highest level it's been since before the Great Depression. And when that happens, people buy stuff. They have to put their stuff somewhere. Rubbermaid is good. Elmer's glue to glue the stuff back together when it falls apart. Ball, when they start putting stuff away, when they make their crops, they put their tomatoes in the jars.
In the jars?
So it's a good thing.
Yeah, I drink out of that jar. So that's a whole other story. But the two stocks I like, I thought you were going to go down this road. Okay. Halliburton, because a third of these stocks are energy stocks.
They are.
Crude is pushing on $60 a barrel, so that's going to help out some of these beaten down energy stocks. Halliburton's been trading between 40 and 45 since June. Look for a breakout there. But the one I like is MU. Micron, that's been on a tear. Absolutely straight up, went from 30 to 50. Now it backed off $10 in just the last couple of weeks. Lean on this 40 level. I like that because I could get to 60, and that's 50% above where we are now.
Alan, you are feeling chipper today. In your bonus round question today, it is about Bitcoins. What else?
Bing, bing, bing. Bitcoin it is.
Bitcoin.
I like Bitcoin. Bitcoin is good.
How much did the Winklevoss twins use of their Facebook payout to take a bet on Bitcoins?
Ooh, see, I know the answer to this because I was arguing with somebody yesterday.
All right, what is it then?
Well, it's $11 million, but it's now worth $1 billion because supposedly they haven't sold any of their coins.
Alan, that's it. $11,000. You win.
Yeah. You know. There you go.
I know these tidbits and things.
Great job, guys. Business First AM continues right after this.